I don't think there's any replay value in Tanaan Jungle. My druid main is going through the motions, mainly to unlock flight, but I can't see myself dragging any alts through this map. I'm not running multiple shipyards, so my alts have no need to gather oil or hunt for blueprints. And if I want to gear up alts beyond what they're already wearing, there are much better ways to go about it. I have zero interest in trying to upgrade baleful gear tokens at 20,000 Apexis crystals a pop. However, for the sake of this video, I decided to drag my Alliance Paladin into Tanaan, just to see if building Lion's Watch was any different from building Volmar. Big surprise, it wasn't. The creation of both these hubs was just as dull and insignificant as our initial invasion. I'll take you through the process, step by step, from an Alliance perspective. Upon landing in Tanaan, Yrel says, "Our landing was unopposed. Why are these docks all but abandoned?" That's a really good question. Then Yrel asks you to find any information on the forces deployed in the area. Once this task is accomplished, you meet with Exarch Niall, who's hiding near a fortified choke point, your first real glimpse of the Iron Horde. Niall says, Gul'dan seems to have concentrated his defenses on this choke point. The guns, that's plural, more than one, the guns up ahead are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They're empowered with fel energy. Right away I'm calling bullshit on this quest. We've seen these guns everywhere. They're scattered all over Draenor, and they're shooting regular rounds like they do on other maps. The fire hasn't even been recolored to green or anything. There is one individual gun that's bigger than the rest, but I'll get to that in just a second. Niall goes on to say, "Our enemies think this pass is impregnable. Let's prove them wrong, Commander. If we can break through, the terrain ahead will make an excellent stronghold. Destroy that cannon." Okay, so now only the big gun is an issue. The other ones are unimportant, but the big one, we've got to get rid of that thing pronto. So I made a mad dash toward my objective. I had to kill 4, maybe 5 orcs to get there. And then I clicked on the big gun and boom, the whole thing exploded. How exciting. Shouldn't we be asked to clear out the entire choke point? It's still actively defended by several deadly guns, unlike anything we've ever seen before. Whatever. You then meet Niall on the opposite side of this choke point. She says, "While you were playing with Felfire, I located the perfect position for an assault outpost. Follow me and we can get this base started." Okay, 2 things, Niall. First, you can't claim to have found the perfect spot for a base when you've only spent 2 minutes surveying a tiny portion of the Tanaan landscape. And second, how are we building a base to begin with? I'm traveling with Niall and Yrel, only 2 people, and even if they possess the knowledge to build an outpost, they don't have the tools or materials to do so. I know World of Warcraft is a video game, and not everything is going to be realistic. But I'm not exactly bitching about this issue from a realism perspective. I'm mainly upset because this setup was the perfect opportunity for Blizzard to introduce some fun gameplay, if they had the motivation to do so. Blizzard just handed us a base. It just appeared out of thin air. Why? I guess because it was the cheapest and easiest way to throw players straight into their soul-crushing Apexis daily grinds. We should have had to work for a base. Maybe clear that choke point so civilians, engineers, and construction workers could make their way through. After all, the choke point lies directly in between the docks and our chosen base camp location. Do we need lumber to build walls? Well, we're in a jungle. Give us control of shredders to cut down trees, or maybe have us protect the shredders from enemies until certain amounts of resources are gathered. There are countless creative ways to make establishing a base of operations seem like a monumental and overall rewarding task. Blizzard didn't even attempt to make this process worthwhile, and they had months and months to do it. Tanaan Jungle was delayed from the initial launch of Warlords by 222 days. That's over half a year. Honestly, what the hell is going on? I think now's a good time to dust off this old gem. The World of Warcraft team is 50% larger today than it was when we shipped Mists of Pandaria. We're already working on the next expansion. We already have ideas for the expansion after that. We've never been larger. We've never been more forward-thinking about the types of things we can do with World of Warcraft. Oh boy. You know what's 50% larger today than it was yesterday? My disappointment in Blizzard Entertainment. I'm already working on my next complaint video, and I have ideas for more complaint videos after that. Ugh, it's gonna be a long, hard road out of Tanaan. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't have Fairlawn in this expansion. Probably just would have sullied my memories of Netherstorm. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in part 3. Later.